Chelsea 1-0 Man City? Player ratings as Blues close the gap at WSL Summit. Chelsea moved to within 2 points of WSL leaders Arsenal with a 1-0 victory over Manchester City at Kingsmeadow on Sunday afternoon. Guro Reiten netted the decisive goal early in the first half, with the win meaning Emma Hayes' side can leapfrog Arsenal at the league summit should they beat the Gunners in a table-topping clash next Friday. The match-winning moment came after just 13 minutes, with Guro Reiten flicking home Jess Carter's cross from the right flank. City grew into the match as the game progressed and probed for an equalizer, but Gareth Taylor's side could not find a way past the robust Chelsea backline. Anne-Catherine Berger, GK, 6/10 off her line quickly to smother a potential shot chance in the first half before tipping Jess Park's effort around the post. Jonna Anderson, LB, 7/10 kept Park very quiet in the first half, beaten on a couple of occasions after Lauren Hemp switched flanks. Anik Nouwen, CB, 8/10 Shaw and then Stanway hardly had a sniff as central strikers, with Nouwen and Bright turning in commanding performances. Produced a fabulous block to deny Carolyn Weir in the latter stages. Millie Bright, CB, 8/10 marked Shaw out of the game between herself and Nouwen before doing the same with Stanway. Blocked a goal-bound Hemp strike as the clock ticked down. Jess Carter, RB, 8/10, provided the high looping cross to assist Reiten for Chelsea's first. Few right-backs have an enjoyable time of it up against Hemp, and although Carter was beaten by the City winger on a couple of occasions, her dogged determination ensured Hemp was not as devastating as she can be. Guro Reiten, LM, 7/10 rose highest to flick a perfectly executed header beyond Ellie Roebuck and give Chelsea the lead. Sophie Ingle, CM, 7/10 City, struggled to play through the midfield, in part thanks to Ingle's robust discipline displayed. Aaron Cuthbert, CM, 8/10, given the freedom to play higher with Ingle in the deeper role and put in a typically tireless performance. So important in preventing City from playing through the midfield. Jessie Fleming, RM, 5/10, did a good job defensively on Demi Stokes, with the City left-back rarely venturing forwards, but was quiet from an attacking perspective. Withdrawn after 67 minutes. Pernille Harder, Cam, 7/10 drifted in between the City midfield and backline, intelligently picking the ball up in the small pockets of space. Combined well with Kerr and did an important job defensively, picking up Walsh and preventing her from getting on the ball and dictating play. Sam Kerr, Saint, 6/10 raced in behind the City backline in the early stages of the second half but sent her effort wide of the post. Quiet in the first half, livelier in the second. Fran Kirby 6/10 Niam Charles 5/10 Lauren, James 6/10 Drew Spence and Ellie Roebuck, GK, 6/10 couldn't have done much about Chelsea's opener. Did well to close down Kerr quickly in the early stages of the first half. Typically dependable distribution. Demi Stokes, LB, 6/10 Stokes and Fleming effectively marked one another out of the game, hardly gave the Canadian international an inch, but was unable to offer much attacking threat herself. Ruby Mace, CB, 7/10, City's best chance of the first half, fell to the young centre-back, but she couldn't keep her volley down. Incredibly assured both defensively and in possession. I simply refuse to believe that she is just 18 years old. Alex Greenwood, CB, 6/10 out-jumped by Reiten as Chelsea opened the scoring. Wreaked havoc with her teasing set-piece deliveries in the blustery conditions. Lucy Bronze, RB, 6/10, produced an important second-half block to deny a goal-bound Reiten effort. Bronze is at her best when marauding forward, but she was hardly given the opportunity by Chelsea. Kara Walsh, CDM, 5/10 found herself marked out of the game in the first half by Harder and was unable to get on the half-turn and exert her usual influence. Carolyn Weir, CM, 6/10 efficient in possession, rarely gave the ball away, but unable to have any real telling impact on the match. Georgia Stanway, CM, 5/10, had little joy in the first half as Chelsea stifled any City play through the middle of the park. Moved to a central striker role just before the hour mark. Lauren Hemp, LW, 7/10 as ever, carried City's greatest attacking threat with her willingness to commit defenders and drive to the byline. Enjoyed a fascinating battle with Carter. Khadija Shaw, Saint, 5/10 left to feed off scraps in the first half, forcing her to drop deeper and deeper in an attempt to get on the ball. Replaced after 50